hash prefix class members. So let's see how it's used and what's in which cases we can use it. So to just prefix the access specifier instead of writing the private, we can use a hash to indicate it's a private member of a class. So generally we have written the classes with private members in that. So let's see the account name here, which is of type string, for example, and the account balance I'll use, which is of type number. And let's do a quick initialization here itself so that we'll not get these initialization error. So by default, these properties are the public one that we have seen already. So let's quickly initialize an object out of it and try to access this value. So of course we can access this values dot account balance equals to, we can make it anything which should not be allowed. So you just want to keep it private. So what we have done earlier, we have did it in this way. So now it's a private member of my class and you cannot access it directly. Either you need to write the getter and setter and write some validation how you're going to change the balance, or maybe some credit or debit functionality which will affect or change this balance. And instead of this private here, in the new versions of the TypeScript or the JavaScript, they have given you a new shortcut called hash here. So with hash, I can make this particular member of my class as private. So it's giving me some error here, like say is declared, but its value is never used. So it is not treating this particular hash variable with a special symbol, which is converting this as a private member because it's a new feature introduced in the ES6 version onwards of the JavaScript. So I need to open my tsconfig file and I need to make sure I'm targeting to the ES6 version. Again, I'll request you be very careful while changing this file. So for temporarily, I'm making it ES6, and let's come back to the script.ts file, and now it is allowing me to use that. And now it's an equivalent to the private one. And if I just go here and hover my cursor, so it will say like, it is saying that I'm not we are not allowed to use it. And it's a private one. Of course, we can use some with other method. Let's say, let's make it create a private function I want to create, and give some amount as input to it. And here if I say this dot account balance, one second, and here if I just mention this dot account balance equals to, or we can say plus equals to the amount. Okay, so here also a weird syntax, you might figure it out. It is here also you need to write as an hash prefix, and you can confirm you are not even able to use it outside one, even if you write the hash keyword here. That's perfect. And let's write some function here called get balance, because we also want to see the balance is getting updated, which is returning hash account balance to us. So what we understood here, whenever we are trying to use it inside of a class itself, we have to mention hash. So with this one more new concept we can see, whenever we are using this variable itself, by this symbol, we can identify it's a private property. Let's imagine in the old fashioned way, if you are just writing a private, something like this. So when you're using it, you cannot identify it's a private one or it's a public one. You need to go back to see its declaration, how exactly it's declared. Because you're inside of the class, it's everything is accessible for you. So with this particular hash, now you are pretty sure inside of your class as well, on this line itself, this is a private member. You not even need to go here and see in much detail. So it's also giving a developer a more comfort. You may not feel this comfort at this particular stage, but there is a large application when this classes is being provided by maybe from other third party, maybe any other library, or maybe other your co-worker, when you're building the functionalities in your team. So this will be very helpful to understand and immediately identify it's a private member of a class. So let's see the outcome now here. So of course we cannot see this here. We cannot assign a value. It's a private one. Let's do a quick console account one dot get balance. Of course, it will be zero initially. Then let's use of credit functionality. Let's credit 100 here. And again, do a quick console for the get balance. Anything wrong I'm writing here? No, fine. Let's see the outcome. Yes, initially it's a 0, 1 and then it's a 101. So this is how we are using a new one, that is hash for a private. Of course, we can use this for for a method as well, and for any other thing inside a class. You can use it for static as well. You can use for non-static, normal property, normal methods, and everything. Feel free to explore this option in the more advanced documentation, and you might be start seeing these hash keywords in the new libraries or maybe the new functionalities which are coming with the ES6 version from now onwards.